So I'll let's start the discussion on the first model, which is the introduction to RegTech and the FinTech product manager role. So that's we will learn the first model in this video. So where we will discuss on the what is a RegTech and why it is a booming and why the product manager is required in this domain, and then we will discuss an overview of fintech ecosystem, how it will work, and then we will discuss on the key regulatory framework like AML, KYC, FATF and GDPR, and then we will lastly we discuss on the role of product manager in the RegTech and the FinTech. So guys, if you are interested in the RegTech product manager role, or if you are interested in the business analyst role, or the quality analyst role, or the quant finance team, or if you are interested in the AIML or no code low code things, or if you are interested into the quantum computing, or if you are interested in the anti-money laundering and terrorist financing, financial crime or forensic domain, so please do like and subscribe my channel, so that will motivate me to create and more search videos for you on this topic. So before we are moving to start this topic, I'll request you please do like and subscribe my channel, so that will motivate me to create and search videos for you. So let's start discussion on the very first point, which is the what is a RegTech and why it is a booming. So let's discuss on the this topic. It is on the if you know the definition and purpose of the RegTech, we will discuss all these things here. So RegTech short for the regulatory technology. So Reg for the regulatory and Tech for the technology refers to use of advanced technology to help the organization comply with regulatory requirements effectively and efficiently, and it emerged as a response to the growing complexity of global regulation and the need for a business to manage compliance without incurring excessive cost. And the RegTech solution leverage the technologies such as the artificial intelligence, machine learning, and big data analytics, blockchain, robotic process automation, or the cloud computing to automate the compliance process, monitor a transaction, and detect anomalies in a real-time transactions or the batch process like transactions. The primary purpose of RegTech is to reduce the operational risks and enhance the transparency and ensure the adherence to regulatory framework while minimizing the manual intervention. And by streamlining compliance, RegTech enable the financial institution to focus on innovation and customer experience rather than being blogging down the regulatory burdens to the teams. So that all these things come under the RegTech, where the technologies are involvement and the purpose will be getting changes. So let's move on the next slide, which is the factor driving RegTech growth. So what are the factors that why the RegTech industry is booming, and what are the changes are going in the technology. So let's discuss on that topic on this slide. So RegTech is booming due to the several key factors. So first is regulatory landscape has become increasing complex and with frequently update and stringent compliance requirement across the jurisdictions. Okay, and the financial institution face a significant penalties for non-compliance, and making inefficient solution is critical for the financial institution. And second, and the explosion of data in financial service necessity in the advanced tool for the monitoring and analysis which RegTech provide through AI and big data technologies, emerging technologies, and the data transformation. Third, digital transformation and globalization have accelerated the need for the scalable compliance solution that can operate across the border with effective solution. And additionally, the cost of manual compliance process is high, and RegTech offer automation that reduce these costs while improving the accuracy and finally, these rays of fintech and digital banking has created new regulatory challenges, further filling demand for RegTech solution that can keep pace with innovation in the RegTech domain. So these are the things that will, the part of the RegTech, and that's the factor that will, to growing field of the RegTech. So let's move on the next slide, which is the overview of and the fintech ecosystem. So where we are discussing on the components and structure of fintech and key trade innovation in the fintechs and the fintech component. So where we discuss on the core fintech components, ecosystem, stakeholder, technology, innovation and collaboration, and the growth in the fintech. So let's start discussion on this slide. So the fintech ecosystem encompasses a wide range of technologies and service aimed at improving the financial process and customer experience. It includes a digital banking, payment system, lending platform, wealth management tool, insurance technology that we insure take, and blockchain based solutions such as a cryptocurrency. These components interact with traditional financial institution, technology providers, regulators, and consumers to create a dynamic environment. The ecosystem through to innovation, leveraging AI, data analytics, and cloud computing to deliver a personalized service, enhance the security, and reduce the operational cost, and collaboration between startup and established financial firm. It's common driving rapid advancement in expanding access to financial services globally. Understanding this ecosystem is crucial for product managers as it highlights the interconnected nature of financial technology and regulatory compliance. So that things are the key components of the fintech. So let's move on the next slide, which is the key trend and the innovation in the fintech. So what are the innovations? So mobile banking and the digital wallets, blockchains, decentralization finance, AI and ML applications, and open banking and regtech solutions. So the fintech is a characterized by continuous innovation and dispersion of traditional financial model. Key trend include the rise of the mobile banking, peer-to-peer lending, and digital wallet, UPI transaction, which offer the convenience and accessible to consumers. Blockchain technology is transforming payment system and enable the decentralized finance, while AI and machine learning are enhance the fraud detection and credit scoring. Open banking innovation and promoting data sharing between institution, forester competition and transparency. Additionally, the integration of RegTech within the fintech platform ensure the compliance without hindering innovation. These trends reflect the shift toward the customer-centric solution, emphasizing speed, security, and personalized for the product manager. Staying informed about this development is essential to design a competitive and compliance product in rapid innovation in the market. So that's why these are the key innovations in the RegTech industry. So let's move on the next slide, which is and the most important, that is the key regulatory frameworks like AML, KYC, Financial Action Task Force, GDPR explain impact and regulatory on financial services. So let's start discussion on these things. So first one is anti-money laundering, second one is a know your customers, Financial Actions Task Force, and General Data Protection regulatory. So regulatory frameworks such as anti-money laundering, know your customer, Financial Action Task Force guideline, and the general data protection regulations from the backbone of compliance in the financial service. AML regulation aim to prevent the money laundering and terrorist financing by requiring institutions to monitor transactions and report a suspicious activity. KYC mandate identify a verification of customers to reduce the fraud and ensure the transparency. And Financial Action Task Force provide a global standard for combating finance crime and influencing national regulation worldwide. And then the General data protection regulations, on the other hand, focus on the data privacy and the data protection, requiring organizations to handle a personal data responsibility and security. Compliance with these framework is critical for maintenance trust and avoiding penalties and ensuring ethical operations. RegTech solution play a vital role in automating compliance with these regulations, reducing manual effort and improve the accuracy in the system in the RegTech domain. So let's move on the next slide, which is and the most important, that is the impact on regulation on financial services. So what are the impact we are going to changes the regulation impact operation, consequences and non-compliance, role of RegTech and compliance and the product design. So what things we will design in the product. So regulatory framework significantly impact how the financial institution operate. They detect the process for customer onboarding, transaction monitoring, data storage, and reporting. Non-compliance can result in several financial penalties, reputational damage, and operational dispersion. Has a regulation involved to address the emerging risks such as cybercrime and data breaches, institution must adopt quickly. These create and demand for agile compliance solution, which iterative or revolutionary way we can build the product, and which RegTech fulfill the through the automation and real time monitoring. Regulation also influence the product design, requiring feature that support the secure data handling and transparent reporting. For the product manager, understanding these regulation is essential to ensure that product meet the legal requirement while delivering a seamless user experience. And balancing the compliance and innovation has a key challenge in the financial sector for the product manager or the product owner or the business analyst or the product manager. So that's the things and impact in the regulatory landscape. So let's move on the next slide, which is a role of product manager in the RegTech and the FinTech, where we discuss the responsibilities, skill required, challenges, and the opportunities for the product manager. So let's move on the next slide, which is the responsibility and the skill required for the product manager. So you should be, the product manager is a RegTech and FinTech play a vital role in the bringing the technology compliance and the customer need on a same page. Their responsibilities including the product vision, gathering requirement, prioritizing features, and ensuring the regulatory compliance throughout the product life cycle. They must collaborate with the cross-functional team, including the developer, compliance officer, business stakeholder, business analyst, quality team, to deliver a solution that meet the market demand or the business demand or the regulatory demand or the customer demand and the legal standard that meets the legal standard. The key skills required including the deep understanding of the financial regulations, technical proficiency in emerging technology, and strong communication abilities. Analytical thinking and the problem solving is essential for addressing complex compliance challenges while maintaining user-centric design. Product manager also need to stay updated on industry trend and regulatory changes and anticipate for future requirement and maintain a competitive edge which continuously growing. He should understand the business of the regulator, how that will work, what are the nature of business he is working, and the technologies like AI, ML, blockchain, robotic process automation, Gen AI. So all these technologies he will be understand in detail. So let's move on the next slide, which is the challenges and opportunities which the product manager will have in the future. So let's discuss on the it is on the last slide, guys. So the product manager is in a RegTech and the FinTech face unique challenges such as a balancing innovation with the strict compliance requirement and the managing the complexity of global regulation. They must navigate they must navigate resource constraint, tight deadline, and involving customer expectation while ensuring the security and reliability that meets from the product. However, these challenges also present opportunities for them, and they growing demand for the RegTech solution create a dynamic market for the innovation product that simply compliance and enhance the efficiency of the business. Product manager can leverage a technology like AI and blockchain to develop cutting edge solution that differentiate their offering. Additionally, the emphasis on digital transformation and financial inclusion opens avenue for creating a product that serve an unserved market. By embracing these opportunities, product manager can drive growth and shape the future of financial technology. So that's the opportunities and the challenges for the product manager will have. If you found interested my video, and if you are interested in the project manager role or the business analyst role or the quality analyst role or the quant analyst role or the AIML developer or the no code low code analyst role, so please do like and subscribe my channel, and that will motivate me to create and more videos for you guys. Once again, thank you so much guys for attending this interesting seminar. Once again, thanks, and please do like and subscribe to my channel guys. Once again, thanks for attending this the first model of introduction to RegTech and the FinTech. Thank you so much guys.